No man has ever written me poetry. That is beautiful. Yo, back to make some noise for yourselves. My name is Sean Harvey Fitz. I am a full-time creator. This is plan A through this shit has to work. Therefore, here I'm out on a school night doing poems and things of that nature in Loco County, so far away from the hood where it's safe. But yeah, shouts out to Southeast. Anybody else from Southeast? Yeah, Trent Park, Orange, yeah. But I have good news and I have great news. Good news is, like Orville said, I do be writing haiku and stuff. And I wrote my first book of poetry, which is a collection of haikus titled Haiku That May Concern Living Your Best Life, even when Mercury's in retrograde. Wherever you stream your music, if you put my name in, the audio version of that will come up, and you can just listen to me on the way home, because I need those those third quarter, second quarter streams. Thank you so very much. I do greatly appreciate it. The great news is that my second book of poetry is finally coming out next month. Yeah, I'm glad for that. It's titled Water for the Road. And it is a collection of all kinds of poetry, from spoken word to apocryphic. There's some sonnets in there. There's some limericks in there. Everything is written with the purpose to inspire and encourage you at the intersection of your fear, your focus, your faith, and your forward motion. And so this piece that I'm gonna do is some new shit. Yeah, it's in there. It's titled Go Build Your Own Yes. Do I have any fellow creatives in here? Business owners, teachers, musicians, artists. Shit get hard, don't it? Yeah. I quit twice in the Uber on the way here, so you can keep it real with me. This is for all of us. They said no, like it was punctuation. A period dropped heavy at the end of your name as if grammar could govern gravitas. As if one closed mouth in a boardroom could close the future, but I've mastered linguistics. I know a sentence can be overturned by emphasis alone. You heard no, and for a blink, your post tried to translate it into verdict. Don't. A verdict requires jurisdiction. Half the people denying you don't own the gates they're keeping or the ground they're guarding. They're leasing authority, month-to-month confidence, security deposit, somebody else's fear. Listen. Rejection is often just insecurity wearing a lanyard and calling it leadership. They inherited a system and mistook inheritance for ingenuity. So when you arrive with something unfamiliar, they panic politely. Call it not aligned. Call it not a fit. Call it we'll circle back. Corporate lullabies, soft songs for hard limits, a bedtime story told to grown egos so they can sleep at night without admitting they were wrong at noon. But lullabies are meant to put children to sleep, not initiates of their own momentum. And you were never designed for sedation. You are combustion disguised as calculation. You are theses with a pulse. You are a question mark with shoulders. You are a battering ram wearing a tie and speaking in complete sentences. Understand, yes, is not a gift basket. It's a manufacturing process. You fabricate it. Out of repetition so precise it turns effort into instinct. Out of late nights that do not trend. Out of drafts that never touch daylight. Out of self-correction so strict it feels like sparring your own reflection. Jab, slip, pivot, then come back cleaner with the same intention and better timing. They said no. So, now you have meta. Meta is currency. Currency circulates. Circulation builds. Capital. Build. If the venue declines, you host yourself. If the publisher hesitates, print yourself. If the investor withdraws, compound your leverage until numbers lean in your direction. Stop treating access like ancestry. It is not inherited. Stop treating access like ancestry. It is not inherited. It is engineered. And doubt? That internal auditor with the superiority complex will try to itemize your inadequacies like you were an expense instead of an asset. Not ready, not published, not polished, not enough. Ask it to define enough. Watch it choke on its own venues. Because enough is a moving target designed by people terrified you might pass them without asking permission to. You are not behind, you are building. And building is noisy. It claims, it scrapes, it looks imperfect on purpose because progress is not a Photoshop, it's a work site. Do not confuse friction with failure. Friction is proof of contact. Contact is proof of attempt. Attempt stacked with intent turns into results so consistent, they start sounding like fake to anyone who wasn't in the room for the walk. I'm not interested in inevitability. I'm interested in inevitability earned by obsession. So when they lean back and measure, let them. Because measurement only matters if you agree to fit the ruler. Refuse. Expand past calibration. Become so undeniable their earlier no sounds like a glitch in hindsight. Not because they changed, because you did. You sharpened. You studied. You strengthened the skill set until hesitation looked absurd, until maybe sounded cowardly, and no sounded uninformed. Here is the part they never market. You will have to encourage yourself with the same intensity others reserve for critique. You will have to celebrate your effort in rooms that stay stiff. You will have to speak possibility into a mirror that sometimes returns fatigue and still move, because every time you proceed without permission, you widen the corridor for the next version of you. Every time you persist, you turn resistance into rehearsal, rehearsal into readiness, readiness into results. And results don't beg. Results don't bargain. Results don't barter for basic respect. Results arrive. So let them keep their guarded approval. Let them ration their validation like it's scarce. Go build your own yes. Thank y'all so very much. Again, my name is Sean Harvey Fitz. You can follow me everywhere that there is social media at Sean Harvey Fitz. If you are not busy this Saturday, somebody say Saturday. I will